What the hell is wrong with Gen Z? Okay, this has been a harsh question. Seriously though, what is wrong with this generation? They were supposed to be young, cheerful, dynamic, and creative. And yet, it seems like they've been experiencing the exact opposite. Well, at least their faces suggest that way. Over the past few weeks, TikTok has been overloaded with conversation around the appearance of Gen Z and how they look way older than their true age. The worst thing is, their millennial counterparts, who are at least 10 years older than them, look way younger in appearance. Why though? What did Gen Z have to go through that aged them way quickly? In today's video, I'll look for an answer to the possible reasons behind Gen Z's untimely decay as a younger millennial. I can already sense the generation wars starting in my comment section. Well, that's what it is. So without further ado, let's dive in. I won't lose any time trying to prove that Gen Z is looking older than their true age. I mean, if you have any Gen Z around you, you know that this is the reality of their generation. So I'll directly blame the age that they've been raised as the usual suspect. I know that we've been blaming social media and the age of the internet for every single issue in our society, but there's a solid reason behind it. Generation Z has grown up in an area of rapid technological advancement and widespread access to information. Exposure to a wide range of ideas, experiences, and global events through social media and the internet might contribute to a sense of accelerated maturation. I mean, not to sound like a dinosaur, but back in my childhood, we were accessing everything through TV. And since the things on TV were curated carefully, with media bosses deciding which topics we should see or not, we already had access to limited information. Beyond that, we didn't have any say in what we wanted to watch, except for choosing the channel that we chose. Despite the fact that it was a time that access to information was quite limited, it was also the time that we were able to preserve our innocence and even ignorance to some extent, which enabled us to preserve our childhood a bit longer. I mean, most millennials didn't have access to Facebook up until their teenage years. We all know that the internet exposes young people to adult topics at an earlier age than previous generations. Issues such as politics, social justice, and global challenges are discussed and shared widely on social media, leading to a heightened awareness of complex issues from an early age. In terms of politics, I think this is amazing. In terms of preserving your youth and childhood, though, it's one of the worst things that can ever happen to you. The youth always had the desire to grow up as quickly as possible. However, back in the day, the parents and/or people around us were making sure that we didn't get exposed to certain things before reaching a certain age. Today, however, the internet and social media have been integrated into our lives so much that most parents have a difficult time protecting their children from certain topics. Generation Z is the first generation to have grown up in a truly interconnected world. This situation not only matures them in terms of global awareness, but also ages them as they constantly witness adult lives and do their best to reach that point in their own life as quickly as possible. When you grow up watching makeup videos of 20-somethings on YouTube, you start to do your own makeup at the age of 12. And before you know it, you look like you're in your 40s, when in reality, you're finally that 20-something person who is supposed to look like you're in your prime. This is how we end up with Sephora kids. This is how we end up with 9-year-olds buying 5 different skincare products on Sephora, despite having baby-like skin that needs nothing but sunscreen. Apart from being exposed to everything on the internet, there's also the economic pressure fact. Economic uncertainties and challenges, such as high student loan debt and a competitive job market, may push members of Generation Z to mature quickly in terms of career planning and financial responsibility. If the hottest career path of your time is being an influencer, which has no guarantees at all, and getting proper school education is being less and less important in finding a job, then there's nothing more normal than experiencing stress over monetary issues at a very early age. Many Gen Z were trying to start off their social media careers when they were just children. The majority of them didn't succeed in it, and now they have no idea what to do with their lives because they know that the university education they get means basically nothing in today's society. They'll never earn enough to even buy a house, which is a basic need. They'll never thrive as much as someone with millions of followers and yet little to no proper education. Even millennials feel this pressure to some extent. So I can't imagine the stress Gen Z is experiencing right now. Changing cultural norms and attitudes towards age and maturity also play a role, in my opinion. Cultural expectations regarding when certain life milestones are reached are shifting. The things that we expect a 16-year-old to look or act like are different than what we were expecting from them in the past. In a way, it's more welcome for a 16-year-old to look like a grown woman or man, rather than a child, which is what they are. Interestingly, even though millennials welcomed social media and global connectedness during their teenage years, its impact on them has been completely different. Many millennials increased their awareness of skincare and health through social media and implemented that awareness in their own lives. Similarly, I feel like many millennials are conscious of their diet and nutrition. A focus on a balanced and nutritious diet, rich in antioxidants and vitamins, can expect to contribute to healthier skin and a more youthful appearance. While millennials often face stressors related to work, finances, and other challenges, there's also a growing awareness of the importance of stress management. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and yoga are synonymous with millennials at this point, and it's for a solid reason. Some millennials also delay major life milestones, such as marriage and parenthood. Delaying these milestones is also associated with a perception of youthfulness, as traditional markers of adulthood are postponed. So, in a way, when Gen Z is trying to become adults as quickly as possible, millennials are doing their best to avoid it. And guess what? It works! Overall, I don't think the age that you look like matters that much. You look younger or older, who cares? But I feel like skipping over some crucial steps of childhood and rushing into adulthood can have some irreversible impacts on the Gen Z psyche, which concerns me deeply. But what do you think? Why do you think Gen Z looks older? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.